pooping lizards. Alright guys, so I just watched Annie, and I have to admit, it was not too bad actually. It was actually quite enjoyable to watch. Alright, so Annie was just really about Annie. She's an orphan. She lives in an orphanage. Her parents died, but she doesn't know that because she thinks that they're coming back for her because she has a cat locket. Some of the locket was broken off of it. The locket. And apparently her parents had it. Well, they did, but they died in a fire a long time ago. And she doesn't know that, but she thinks like, hey, maybe one day. And then this rich billionaire dude, even though he doesn't know it, but sort of knows it, he gets his assistant to like get an orphan to live with him for a little bit, like a week or so, just to, you know, like show his image and stuff to the public, just so to say, hey, this guy's a family guy, but he's not really, until he meets Annie, and then they start to bond, and they get really close, and then, you know, she doesn't want to be adopted by him. He feels kind of like, wow, I just got beat down by this ginger of a girl orphan. Like, wow, my self-esteem's like down in the dumps right now. Although he didn't say that obviously, but in his facial expressions, I would probably say that he was. Alright, so what this guy decides to do for this little orphan is he decides to go into NBC, kind of announce like, hey, I have money. Here's money if you are the parents of this orphan, Annie. And like so many people show up later on and stuff. They're like, whoa, dishonest people. Why in New York? Because there are dishonest people everywhere, obviously. Even though it's a musical and everyone's so happy and they break out in song and dance everywhere they go and everyone's wearing tap shoes. It's just like, this is just wrong. It's not, that's so unorthodox. Like, what the heck? So later on, this weird person and his, like, go-girl or whatever, they show up to this dude's mansion. He's like, hey, I'm the parents of this person, Annie, right? I have a birth certificate and stuffs, and I have the lockets. And they're like, okay, sure you are. Here you go, here's an orphan for you. Alright, so this guy that picked up Annie with his little skank, they're just kind of like, not her parents, obviously. He's the brother of that weird orphanage lady leader person that makes the children say I love you, whatever her name is, and it's really creepy that she does that. Anyway, this guy, he's a con artist, wants some money, that's what he's doing, and he's gotten all that stuff from that lady at the orphanage because she had it, and Annie didn't know that because she thought her parents were still alive, obviously, but they weren't because they died in a fire a long time ago, but she didn't know that, and it's going crazy! And she finally figures that out later in the movie, like at the very end of the movie, and they're all happy and stuff. Sort of. Well, obviously, she escapes from them, and, you know, goes back to that dude's place. And everyone's happy, and everyone's dancing, and the president's there, FDR, yeah. Cool stuffs. So that was really the movie, and, okay, it was really actually kind of sort of good and captivated. I don't know, it just, like, I couldn't stop watching it. It was kind of weird in that way, just because, you know, most movies I'm just, I don't know, I'm pretty critical about movies, I guess, I don't know. Anyway, so, yeah, I'd probably give this a good, like, a good, solid, 7.5 out of 10, maybe? Maybe even higher? That's like as low as I'll go, really. Like, I could go higher if I felt like it, but right now I just don't like going closer to 10 just because movies aren't perfect, and that's what I have to say about the movie for now. But also, I'd like to mention, like, there's a few little quirky things in this movie that I really enjoyed, just like how everyone stomped on that lady's feet and constantly, like, in any situation, just, like, for example, she's talking to this little kid and she's just like,
yo, do this.
And then the kid's just like, and then stomps on her feet. Just for no apparent reason. Just to stomp on her feet. Just for the sake of stomping on her feet. It's just so awesome. I love it. It's kind of funny. I don't know.